What is going on, NFC South Roundtable? How are you guys doing today? We have a very special video brought to you by week 1 of the NFL season. So no better time to drop this video where we are going to hear from your creators about their bold predictions for their team this upcoming season. Of course, this video is brought to you by none other than the best damn sportsbook on the platform over at BetUS. We'll talk to you guys a little bit later how you can get an exclusive limited time offer of 125% sign up bonus on your first 3 deposits all the way up to $2,000. But without further ado, let's just hop right into this. TJ, I want to start with you because look, you were going at it with some of these creators during our Tuesday live stream, so I think I have to give you your flowers. I know that you got some bold prediction for your Saints this upcoming season. Why don't you break them down for me?
Kobe, yes, I do. I do have a bold prediction, and it's going to start with my guy, AK-41, Alvin Kamara. Now, Alvin Kamara has done some amazing things throughout his 8-year NFL career, but this is my bold prediction. I think that this year, Alvin Kamara will finally get his 1,000-yard season. If you take into account a new offensive coordinator and Clint Kubiak is going to put emphasis on the run, I think that he's going to put Alvin in a really good position to succeed and find success. And not to mention, the Saints have not paid Alvin Kamara. He came into the offseason looking for a new contract, and he still hasn't gotten one. So he's looking at this like it's a prove-it deal. And I think if the Saints don't want to pay him, I think he wants to leave a little message around the National Football League. So I have him, having 1,000-yard rushing for the first time in his career. Also, another prediction. Y'all ready for this one? Chase Young will have double-digit sacks, and not just double-digit sacks. He's going to get at least 15 sacks this season. This is another guy. 1 year, $13 million contract. The 49ers didn't want to give him a deal. Commanders traded him off. This is a guy that goes into a season and he feels healthy. He got the surgery that he needed on his neck, and he has been wreaking havoc. He has looked explosive. He is just what the doctor ordered for the New Orleans Saints. Being opposite of Carl Granderson, this guy will be one of the top sack men in all of the NFL. And then also, here's another bold prediction for everybody. Paulson Adebo, the Saints cornerback, will be a second-team All-Pro.
A second-team All-Pro. All right, TJ, let me tell you, you rolled with the bold predictions, and I absolutely love it. I mean, Chase Young, third team, is this finally the team that he needed to finally start breaking out? We know that the Saints, they always have a good defense under Dennis Allen, and not to mention the fact that, that defensive line for you guys, it's just nasty year after year after year. Real quick, I want to ask you, though, if you think that Alvin Kamara is finally going to get to 1,000 yards, are you saying that he's going to be fully healthy from beginning of the season to end of the season?
Yes, I do. I think that he will be, because it's not just going to be him. There was nobody after him last season. I mean, Jamal Williams last year was the disaster for him. I mean, y'all know he scored the very last game of the season. He wasn't really effective. Then you had Kendre Miller dealing with injuries. The more things change, the more they stay the same. He's still dealing with injuries. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from some of these other supporting cast members. I feel like Jamal Williams is running a little bit more effective because of this wide zone. And then you also have another young guy by the name of Jordan Mims, who they signed as a third-string running back, is a pretty solid guy in his own right. So I think that those guys are going to alleviate some of that, but I think that you're going to see a much explosive Alvin Kamara. I think you're going to see him be what he used to be. And I just think that he has that incentive of want to play at a top level, because right now the Saints are like, yeah, you were that guy, but are you still that guy? That's what they're trying to see. And I think that he's going to go out there and he's going to perform well. And if the Saints don't end up paying him at the end of the season, he's going to go somewhere else and get the payday that he's looking for.
I love it. I love it. James, let's go on over to you. What are your bold predictions for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers for this upcoming season?
Yeah, I mean, first thing that kind of comes to mind is I think the Bucs will have 3 1,000-yard skill position players this year. I think that Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are going to get 1,000 yards receiving. I think Rachaad White's going to get 1,000 yards rushing. You take a look at this offense, new offensive coordinator in Liam Cohen, but the Bucs still have a lot of potency in their offensive attack. I mean, everybody knows how good Mike Evans and Chris Godwin have been, throughout their entire careers. And I think this is the year Rachaad White does get that 1,000 yard. He was very close last year, by the way, very close. Was only a handful of yards away from getting 1,000. I think that with Graham Barton being in that mix at center, I think that is going to finally kind of tip the scales in terms of Rachaad White finally getting that. On the defensive side of things, I'm going to say that Yaya Diaby is going to get double-digit sacks for the Bucs. Going to be the first guy since Shaq Barrett to get double-digit sacks. I don't think he's going to get as many as Shaq Barrett did whenever he had 19 and a half in his first year in Tampa Bay. But I do think Yaya is going to establish himself as that number one guy in that Buccaneers pass rush room and really establish himself as the top guy in that pass rush. Finally, another bold, is it a bold prediction? I don't know. But I'm going to say the Bucs are going to make it to the divisional round yet again this year. I think that they are, be it winning. I've already gone on record multiple times saying I think they're going to win the NFC South. And I think that they'll yet again make it to the divisional round of the playoffs this year and continue to just showcase more continuity on both sides of the ball.
Not the NFC Championship round, though?
No, I'm not going to go that far because there's a lot of there's a lot of dogs. I mean, golly. But you know what? Hey, making it to the divisional round again, that's fine with me.
For sure. Now, guys, real quick, before we continue on today's video, have to give a massive shout out to the sponsors of this video and this channel all football season long. Of course, we are talking about our buddies over at BetUS, guys. You already know, link in the description box below, pin in the comment section below. You guys can get an exclusive limited time offer of 125% sign up bonus on your first 3 deposits, all the way up to $2,000. Again, that's not just on your first deposit, not just on your second, but on your first 3 deposits. Tell me another sports book that is going to just give you free money. Let me tell you, you will not be able to find one. And in case you don't know what a sign up bonus is, basically all you do is sign up, and immediately what this will turn into is, let's say you put down $100, that turns into $225 for you to play with. More money you put in, ultimately, the more money you get out. BetUS, fastest payouts in the industry. They have fast and easy deposit and withdrawal process, 24/7 personalized service, 365 days a year, live wagering on all major games, best betting variety in the business. You guys can even get a 10% back on your net losses 2 times a year. Literally, guys, BetUS taking care of you. Did you also know BetUS can give you your very own personalized account manager? Guys, of course, make sure you are 21. BetUS is available in every single state. Just make sure that you are legal in order to play. Most importantly, though, if you or somebody you know, somebody that you love is dealing with a gambling problem, don't bet. Only bet what you can afford to lose. Just do it to have some fun. Don't do it to try to, give dinner to your family every single week. That's just not a smart idea. If you are dealing with some type of trouble or somebody please make sure you reach out and get the help you need. Reach out to one of these creators, reach out to me, reach out to anybody at Roundtable Sports, and we will make sure that you guys get the help that you need. Remember that supporting the sponsors that support the channel, support everybody at Roundtable Sports. And some of my favorite kind of bets this is the last time for you guys to place these. Easy money right here. AJ Terrell, over or under interceptions is 1.5. If he gets 2 interceptions, first off, hammer the over. Absolutely hammer the over. If he gets 2 interceptions, that is it. All football season long, you immediately make your money. The other one I like here is Antoine Winfield Jr. His over or under for interceptions is also 1.5. He gets 2 or more interceptions at -130. You are making some money, guys. This is easy stuff. Make sure you guys play responsibly. Check out BetUS, link in the description box below and pin in the comment section below.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.
But all right, Smitty, let's go ahead and let's kick it on over to you. What are your bold predictions for the Falcons this upcoming season?
My bold prediction, I kind of hinted at it on the live stream. I'm seeing Bijan Robinson probably being in line for Offensive Rookie of the Year. You talk about a guy who almost had 1,000 yards rushing, 500 yards receiving, 8 total touchdowns on the year. You add him to an explosive offense, even more explosive offense that finally has a quarterback in place that can get receivers to football. And I think Kyle Pitts is going to be key to open up the middle of the field and open up the run game. I think Tyler Algier would take away from his yards just a little bit, but I still think he can have anywhere from 1,200 to 1,400 rush yards and probably 8 to 10 touchdowns. But Bijan Robinson is a complete weapon. And this year, with an explosive offense, you will see every single tool to his game, and he will be a main player, offensive player of the year.
Ooh, Smitty coming in hot. I absolutely love it. Clay, why don't you finish us off? What do you think about your Panthers? I feel like there's a lot of bold predictions that you specifically could make about your team, so I'm excited for this. What are your bold predictions for the Panthers this upcoming season?
Yeah, I got two actually. One is JC Horn stays healthy, plays all 17 games, because I think he's one of the brightest talents on this Panthers roster, and that's JC Horn. First 3 seasons, injuries have killed him, limited him to 22 games over his first 3 seasons. But I think we will need more from him than ever. Right, this cornerback room has been significantly overhauled. I think his ability to stay healthy is going to be crucial. I think the Panthers have showed faith in Horn because they picked up his 5th-year option. The young cornerback responded by altering his offseason preparation if he can avoid the injury bug. Now, Horn could solidify himself, I think, as one of the elite corners in the league. A fully healthy season would not only boost this Panthers defense, but also probably secure JC Horn a lucrative contract extension for next spring. The next one that I would make next is Panthers establish a top 10 rushing attack. Yeah. Dave Canales has made it clear the Panthers are going to be a run first team, right? So this commitment to the ground game to me is very evident in their offseason moves, and bringing in aggressive linemen like Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, while the absence of rookie Jonathan Brooks for the first 4 games due to an ACL recovery is a setback. But I think the Panthers still have a stable of running backs. Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders, Raheem Blackshear. I think they're ready to carry the load. Just like the guys alluded to, in the last, live stream, saying that Chuba, TJ even mentioned it. Chuba is a guy that's slept on. So last season, Carolina's rushing attack ranked 20th in the league with just over 104 yards per game. I think Canales' run heavy scheme, which he runs a wide zone scheme with an improved offensive line, I think the Panthers are poised to jump into the top 10. I expect a more dynamic, stubborn running game that really could surprise a lot of defenses across the league.
I love it. I love it, guys. Before we log off real quick, want to just give a massive shout out to, let me change that real quick. Want to give a massive shout out to us over at Roundtable Sports, because we just dropped some merch that you guys are not going to want to miss out on. This is limited time. Link in the description box below right now to purchase this over at the Roundtable Sports shop. With the presidential debate coming up, figuring out who our next president's going to be, we decided, why not put that merch into your football team? Something that, let's be honest, you guys actually care about. We have stuff for the Saints. We have stuff for the Falcons. We have stuff for the Panthers. We have stuff for, the Falcons yet again. But don't worry, Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. We also have you guys covered all the way from crew necks, sweatshirts, regular shirts, hats. We have it all. All the merch for your individual teams. You guys are not going to want to miss out on it. Remember that supporting the Roundtable Sports shop does also support everybody at Roundtable Sports in general. So again, make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. And of course, check out BetUS to get that 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits all the way up to $2,000. Make sure you guys leave a big like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel for all of your NFC South Roundtable news. Check out our previous live stream this past Tuesday where we break down week 1. Each of these teams gives their preview for their upcoming matchup. But without further ado, we appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.